me will always be tight. I'ma lead every single day and night. Even when you start acting like a fool, you know I'm loving every single thing you do.
How did that happen? Why did that happen? Okay, let me stop. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Delilah. If you're new here, this is my boyfriend Marcus, and we are here to do a story time for you guys. This was actually very requested by my coworkers who already kind of knew about it, so we decided to get it down packed and let you guys know what happened. Anyway, let's get started. Alright guys, so I'll start. Basically what happened that day was Marcus went to an interview because we work at a bum-ass job. Usually when I have something important to do, he would stick around the place, pick me up and do all that stuff. The day that he went to the interview, he asked me to be around and kind of wait for him as a support system. We went, it was the summertime. I put on a nice long gray dress and he went to go to the interview. I walked around a couple of blocks for 2 hours, store to store to store, harassed by just about every male species in the universe, exaggeration, yelled at. It was just too much. So next thing you know, Marcus, from his delayed interview, he's calling me up and he's like, hey, I'm ready, where you at? I tell him where I'm at. So he's looking for me elsewhere. I'm like, I'm not over there, I'm over here. I'm at point A, you are at point B. You gotta meet me in the middle because I'm already irritated. So I'm over here giving him attitude, unnecessary attitude, maybe one can say, because I was really irritated and already out of the mood completely. It was hot and it was just too much. I'm like, yo, you cannot be telling me that I'm at this place when I'm at this place.
I told her to be in front of Macy's and she wasn't in front of Macy's. So I told her to meet me there, whatever. She's giving me all type of attitude. And once I get there, she's over here talking to me crazy and I don't like when she talked to me crazy. So I said, you need to stop talking to me crazy. And she started getting like, you better stop talking to me crazy. We started walking back to the house, but then she was like, oh, you could go home, go to your father's house. You can go to your father's house with all the clothes you just came from the interview from. Mind you that all my clothes is at her apartment. Everything I'm at is at her apartment. So the fact that she's not letting me go to the apartment to get my stuff and she's telling me go to my father's house is whack. I don't have any clothes in my father's house. I took all my clothes to her apartment.
Alright,
and after that, which is the funniest thing, you know, after she tells me. No, you cannot even, hold on. If I have to put in something, okay, like, I'm gonna have to say. Like I said, there was a miscommunication of where I was at and where he was and where we were meeting, which street we were walking. He's coming up to me. He's, like he said, acting all types of crazy, and I'm acting all types of crazy. The problem with me and Marcus is that we both have anger issues and we both do not know how to deal with them at that moment. The difference between our anger issues is I stay mad for a very long time. He doesn't. So he's the type of person, let's say we get into a heated argument, like let's just say I just took a bat and smacked him across the face. 10 minutes later, this guy might be over it. Me, for another week and a half, I might really be into it. That's the difference. So when we met up, I was not in the mood, he was not in the mood, and when we started going at it, I said let's just split up because the way that I react to situations like that is I like to isolate myself from the situation. The way that he reacts is he grabs onto the situation. So I'm like, I need some space. I'm so over this day, like that's it. Later, like bye. And he was wearing his interview clothes, so his point was, I'm not walking around like this. I'm gonna go pick up my clothes. So from that point on, she's saying, no, she's not gonna go nowhere with me. So she just goes and sits in front of a store. She just stands there. So we're just standing there. We stand there for like 15 minutes and I'm like, all right, come on, this is childish, let's go home. She's like, no, I'm gonna stand here, I'm not going home with you. She starts walking and I'm walking behind her. And I'm like, yo, I'm coming home, whatever. She's like, I'm not gonna let you in. And I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna take my shit. So I took her bag and I just started walking. He took my bag, knowing that she's gonna follow me. I'm not trying to take any of her possessions. I'm not trying to take none of her shit. I'm just trying to get it to her house to get my stuff. She knows I'm gonna go into the house to get this stuff. Exactly. She's walking next to me. I'm not gonna steal anything. I'm not gonna do none of that stuff. No. But I'm going to get my stuff so I don't have to walk around on this hot ass day and slacks, button down shirt, and dress shoes, and dress socks. You know, dress socks are very, very, you know,
very, very hot to walk around on this sunny ass day.
Let's switch back to me. So at that moment when he's taking my bag, I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm walking after him. I pull him around, I turn him around back to me, because like I said, he started power walking away from me. I turned back around and I started grabbing onto my bag. So we're wrestling with my bag in the middle of downtown Brooklyn. I'm like, oh my God, I'm embarrassed, but I'm so angry, I don't even care. I'm just trying to get my stuff, because for me, it's like, why are you taking my stuff? Whether or not, we could be married. You could be the father of my child. You cannot take my stuff without my permission. So when I'm trying to tell him, we need space, you need to go somewhere else, at least for like, you know, the crazy thing is, I need a little bit of space later on, I might be over it, but he doesn't even give me the space to even be over it. So at that point, I'm livid. So I'm trying to wrestle my bag. We're wrestling. What are you experiencing at the moment when you're wrestling me for the bag, man?
I'm not experiencing anything.
Oh, you were just like, nah, I need the stuff, I need the stuff.
Shit. And I'm trying to go back to the crib, change my clothes, and I'll be fine. I'll leave you alone for the rest of the day, but your hard-headed ass wouldn't give me the fucking shit.
We sat down, he still held on to my bag. I'm like, yo, I'm really not dealing with this. I'm going home by myself. You're not coming with me. That's just how it's going. He's like, nah. He's like, you know what? I'll give you back your bag. He hands me back my bag, but hold on to my keys. He took my keys out my bag and just, here you go, here's your bag, Delilah. Got up and kept walking. So I'm all confused. I'm like, damn. What the fuck? Like, okay, I have my bag, but the whole thing is he's walking away with my keys. He's walking so fast, it's like if I even kind of lurk behind somewhere else down the block, he's gonna be nowhere near me and he's gonna get home before me, and I'm gonna be with the one locked out without the keys, even if he decides to wait for me. So at that point, I'm like, I'm gonna call the cops if you didn't give me my shit. What did you say?
I said call the fucking ops. What the fuck
he said call the cops. Me with my type of attitude, very little amount of.
She called the cops.
No, hold on.
Why you over there explaining yourself?
Hold on.
At the end of the day, she called the cops.
With my little type of attitude, is that very little of what I say is bullshit and most of it is true. I'm gonna speak and I'm gonna, out of impulse, I do a lot of things. So I picked up my phone, I dialed 911 and I'm calling the cops, praying this guy stops before somebody picks up, even if they have my phone number recorded. Nope. So the lady picks up and she's like, what's your emergency, blah, blah, blah. I said, hi, my boyfriend just stole my things and I'm trying to get it back, but he doesn't want to give it to me. I wasn't lying. I told him the exact truth, that my boyfriend took my stuff. She's like, oh ma'am, I don't remember what the fuck she said. All I know is that she's like, can you get your stuff back? Is he gonna give it back to you? Like, why would you ask that? I'm like, I don't know, but I'm calling you for help. She's like, okay, ma'am. She asked me where I am. I told her where I was. I told her I was walking right behind him to the train station. We were a block down from the train station that he was going to go through. I'm downstairs. We already swiped through. The next 20 minutes were hell. They were pure hell. It was just not fun. Like, that was, if being in downtown Brooklyn wrestling with my bag wasn't the worst part was when we got downstairs. Markus decided to pace from one end of the train station to the other end, back and forth, waiting for this train. And I'm like running after him back and forth. You guys will not understand. If you guys have ever been through the MTA subway station, you would know that a fucking train is long. It has like, what, like 10 cars, very long. So we're pacing from the first end to the second end, and I am trying to be like, yo, stop walking, because I'm already stressed out. It's embarrassing. What the fuck? People are looking at us. We're kind of like chasing each other. We were yelling at each other.
So we downstairs, right? And I'm walking back and forth because she keep, you know, trying to grab me in some type of way. I'm walking, and she stops me and she like, just stop, so I stop. And she like digs her nails into my forearm and she's just clinging onto it while I'm holding her keys. She's like, give me my keys and I'll let go. Of course I'm not gonna let go. Of course I'm not gonna let go of her keys. So she's just sitting there just like, fucking digging deeper and deeper into my shit while I'm walking. Well, she left scars, you know.
I did leave scars. Do you want to show them?
No, I don't want to show them.
No, they're right here. They're on this arm.
Oh yeah, they're right here. She's holding me like this. Not even like this. She's holding me like this.
I was holding him like this.
Not even on my forearm. She was holding me on my fucking bicep.
In his, yeah, I dug as hard as I possibly could, and I actually ended up leaving scars. And I'm like, I wish if I could take anything back, it would be that, because my first instinct isn't to be violent, but when everything else is just not working, I start being violent. I've had the issues with that in the past with my mom. The last resort is violence. I am very good with words. I'm very good at yelling. I'm very good at speaking truth and hurting your feelings.
Words and yelling are the first thing together.
Yes, but I do not like the violence, and oh my god, at that moment I did not feel guilty at all. But when I realized that I love scars, when I saw it, the aftermath, when we finally did get over it, like, you know, a week later, for example, it wasn't pretty. So I was like, damn, like, I'm a bitch. And he had scratches on his face. I don't even know where the fuck that came from, because I swear to God I was nowhere near his face. I mean, I might have just kind of like did this or something, but I don't remember like scratching his face up. But he told me my face is scratched up, and I was like, okay. So, you know, he blew it up as I was being basically domestic violence kind of situation. It wasn't that. It was
to put her hands on my face,
because he stole shit from me.
She was smacking me. She was hitting me all over the whole time. I didn't do nothing to her. And of course, you know, females, when they start hitting you, they start thinking that you're gonna hit them back. So they start threatening you like, oh, hit me back. I dare you. Like, I don't understand that. I feel like if a female hits you, you have the right to hit them back, but you shouldn't hit them back.
I didn't really hit
I don't know.
I mean, what I was also doing is like pulling him on his sleeve back and forth, just like pushing him against the wall. I was going crazy.
It doesn't hurt physically, but it hurts emotionally. Females hits do not hurt, they feel like pillows, but emotionally it hurts, because that is your girlfriend, you feel me? She's not supposed to be hurting you in no type of way. If you love each other, then there should be no violence in the relationship. But Delilah's very violent. I'm not violent. She's
lies. Alright, so at that moment, the lady that I was talking to is calling me back. And she's like, well, the cops are upstairs. Where are you?
We're getting on the train.
I'm like, well, we're downstairs. Right. Can you tell them to come downstairs? She said, no, they can't do that. You have to come upstairs. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Drag him, like, fucking fly through the top up to them? Like, how am I supposed to get this guy to the cops to get himself in trouble like he was never, come on now. So I'm telling this lady, we're about to get on the train and he still has my stuff and I'm not gonna let go of them. I'm gonna follow him. I'm like, I'm gonna follow him home. So I said, if anything, I'll call you guys when I'm at my house. She called back a couple more times, well, like once or twice, but I was at the train at the first time. The second time, there was just no use because we already basically got to the house.
Nah, you ain't forget about the part where we were sitting there, right? And after I'm pacing back and forth, she started getting soft. Delilah gets on her little hard, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, punching me, hitting me. She finally stops, right? And she stopped me and she's like, if you love me, you give me my keys. Of course I gave her keys. As soon as she said that, I just gave her the keys and I just stood there. And then the train came, she hopped on the train and she didn't talk to me the whole train ride.
I started crying.
She started crying.
I started crying. Like, I wasn't even, I'm not the type to cry for like attention. I don't even like crying because it makes me seem weak. And I already seem weak in every other. I'm small and like, you know, whatever. I look like a 10-year-old. But I started crying. Tears are pouring down my face. I'm just so upset that he even put me through this kind of thing. I'm so upset that I even had to be pushed to calling the cops. That wasn't my initial thing. It was just a threat. And when he did not get back down by the threat, I'm like, okay, I'll do it. Shit. I didn't give them his name. I didn't say anything that would even describe him.
Yes, she did.
I did not.
Yes, she did.
I didn't.
They asked her, what did I look like? She said Hispanic. She said I was 5'7". She said that.
Okay, yeah, but
yeah, she gave the description, but
yeah,
she
but
didn't
they wouldn't
say
even
nothing.
come downstairs to look at you.
I understand that.
I didn't give his name, and that's all that matters.
I understand that, but you just said you didn't give a description.
They didn't even have my name.
But they asked for a description. She told them what I was wearing, which is basically the thing I came from the interview with. All of that information. So if they came downstairs, they would have saw me right away. Took my ass upstairs and got arrested for something as me not be able to get my clothes back from your apartment.
Listen,
it wasn't that serious.
That's the thing.
If you would
I
have
told
just
him, if
gave me my clothes,
I will give you your clothes.
If I come with the cops, she'll give me my clothes. Cause Why do the cops need to be involved?
What do you mean?
What do you mean what I mean? Are you scared for your safety?
At that moment I was.
You were scared for your safety at that moment when the only person that was physically hurting the other person was you?
I wasn't physically scared. I was emotionally scared.
You were emotionally scared for what?
I didn't want you in my house when I asked you not to be there.
You didn't want me in your house to do what? Steal your stuff? Wreck your house?
I did not think you were gonna steal my stuff. I just didn't want you to have access to my...
So then why didn't you just give me the clothes at the door like I asked you? Then you're over there saying, no, you're not going home with me. So why couldn't I just get a pair of clothes and you would have been left all alone?
Because we all know, see, even we have tried that before. Marcus have tried to talk his way back into the house and he wouldn't leave.
I did leave.
He'll be there for the rest of the day.
Before that, yeah, that's now. Before that, I packed my shit up so many times in this apartment and left.
And then he did like double ask me, are you sure?
Of course I double asked him because, you know, you kind of think like, are you dead ass gonna let this shit happen? Of course, you don't give a fuck. I just did. Yeah, that happened multiple times because, you know,
I didn't want that
shit.
We get to the house and I'm in the elevator, already calm. I was already sad, I was angry, I'm calm at this point. So I'm like, can you at least wait outside the apartment while I give you your clothes? The attitude that came with it was, nah, bitch, I'm gonna get my shit.
And I'm a dip.
He said, I'm gonna get my shit, I'm getting inside. And I'm like, okay. So he comes to the door, I'm going inside, I sit down on my bed and I watch him as he power walks, grabs all his shit, just throws everything around. Oh my God.
I just left.
Yeah, he left.
Then I came back for my P4 controller. I had called Alex and told him meet me downstairs to help me bring my shit to my cousin's crib. I had left my P4 controllers upstairs.
He called his best friend to help him carry the stuff because from previous experience, he knows that it's too heavy for him to carry alone. He's calling me up and he's like...
No, it's because I brought more shit from my cousin's house to your house. So
from previous experience, he knows it's heavy plus everything else he added on top of, which is extra heavy. So he needed another person. He's banging on the door and he's like, give me my shit. Give me my shit. I'm like, I'm not letting you in. He's texting me like, if you want to find out what happened next, please like this video, subscribe to this video, comment, and we will make a part 2 as to what happened afterwards.
I'm crying.
because this video is already a little too long, and also there's gonna be another story time, a continuation of this day because more happened. I'm sure this is already crazy enough. Take it all in, take it all in. You need to take a look and take it all in. At the end of the day, all I have to say is I am not proud of my coping with my anger, and I really, really do love this boy. He is my blessing, and no matter how we fight, I do love him, and I hope that we learn from our mistakes and we don't steal things and we don't put our hands on each other, because I haven't really put my hands on him ever since. I only kind of just like tickle him or something.
She smacked my arm yesterday.
No. What happened was...
I dropped the phone on her chest.
Shit, okay.
So
I had my phone, I was laying on the bed and I had my phone above my chest.
Her chest was not as red as my arm. No. My arm is still red.
No,
you can still see
he's a liar! No. So, I'm on my phone and he smacks it and it kind of got loose, but I kept holding on to it and I'm like, stop. So, he smacks it again and that shit falls on my chest, and you guys know when you're laying down and your phone is above you and that shit falls on you, that shit hurts. So my first instinct is to smack, to give you the pain that I just experienced. It doesn't matter when. I don't find it abusive. I find it that you're gonna experience what I experienced. So I smacked him. I smacked his arm.
She smacked my arm mad hard.
I literally just smacked my arm.
That shit was mad hard.
And he doesn't believe me when I say that it hurts me. He's like, no, but it hurts me more.
It hurts
it's crazy.
More,
it's
obviously.
crazy.
I think that smack hurts me way more than the phone falling on your chest. I could throw a phone at any part of my body, that shit won't hurt. Okay, but it falling on your chest and then you smacking me that hard. Let me smack you as hard as you smacked me, and let's drop the phone on my chest and see what's up. Bullshit.
Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hello, we're not done. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Click the notification bell so that you're notified with every post that I make. Subscribe if you haven't already, and comment any ideas you may have for upcoming videos, or any comments, concerns, anything you like, dislike, and also comment if you do want to see a part 2 to this video, because we do want to make one and it gets a little bit interesting and sad.
Yeah, she fucks a lot of shit up. End the video. Bing, bing.
Thank you guys for watching. Later.
See the type of girl a nigga what she have. See the type that if you get it, you can grab. Little shawty got her own and I like that. Hit them all, say you ain't about the price tag. She got all these niggas, I ain't tryna wipe that. And the little nigga tryna spite that.